Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
Hey, so glad you made it back to the No Comfort Zone. So glad that you're here. Today I'm starting without a pre-intro. We're going to jump right into it. Today's lesson is all about something very near and dear to my heart. This is my thing, something I created when I was on the road doing sales trading for massive automotive dealership groups. And it's one of the things I came up on the fly when I was speaking into a room of about 300 people. And they were asking me questions like, for example, because it's an open forum, if you have seen me train or if you've ever been to one of my things, I'm very interactive. I engage the audience constantly because, one, it's boring if you don't. But I definitely want to get interaction because I believe the greater good can be served when everyone's contributing and there's a collaboration of energy on ideas. And I believe that's where education comes from, celebrating that. So what I was doing was I'm going through this thing about how to beat your competition. We're talking about preparedness. I've mentioned a few podcasts ago about being prepared and how beating competition and all those things. What's crazy though is that there's a simple methodology between what I do and the results I'm trying to get and what I need in order to be that person that's in my level A, my game, my A game, my level 10. Sorry, I got that confused, but I'm all jacked up. I'm actually driving from Bloomington, Illinois, going back to Rockford. I just dropped my son off. So I thought now would be a perfect time for me to talk about something that might help you out, something that might help the masses out who listen to this. So take any particular area in your life. And what I want you to do is I want you to realize something, that you have the power to change it. And the power to change it is profound when you actually do it and you know you're doing it, and then the amount of energy, life that you have that starts vibrating within you, it becomes contagious. You start attracting a lot of the right people into your life, a lot of the right situations in your life. And let me explain to you how it works. So first, it's the principles of the 4E. People have asked me, how come you have so much energy? Now, it's not just energy, there's more to it, but how come you have so much energy? How come you have such a great attitude? How come you have such a positive outlook on life? How come when I walk away from you, I feel a little bit better? It's not always the case, but it happens. Once in a while, people walk away and they'll say those things. For instance, I had a guy come up to me the other day at my place of employment to let me know some pretty sad news that's going on, two major catastrophic things that happened to him. I don't know why he felt the need to tell me, but he told me. He doesn't know anything about what I do outside of the work that I'm in. And he just felt like he had to tell me. And that's one of the reasons I started this whole thing. I seem to attract people that are dealing with some adversity. So he shared it with me. We went through a couple of the lessons. He walked away happier, had some skills based on that. And it was conversational. It wasn't like I was trying to tell him, here's the blueprint, here's the lessons, here's what I created. Just gave him some advice on what I would do. And this guy's older than I am. I would say he's a pretty successful individual, but he's dealing with two major things that are going on in his life, that in the top 10 things of shitty things to happen, these are the top two. And he had them both happening. So we talked for a minute and we had a good conversation, and he left a better person, I think, and so did I. And it really comes down to this. You have the opportunity to change your reality by simply focusing on the 4 E's. Here's what they are. It's simple. Hopefully you can write these down. If you're driving, don't. But grab a sheet of paper. Each corner represents one of the E's. So in the first corner, let's say the top left, if you're looking at it, write an E in there. Then go over to the far right. So top right corner, write another E. And then go down to bottom right, write an E. And then bottom left, E. So you have energy as the first one. The next one, excitement. The next one, enthusiasm. The next one, engagement. Doesn't matter what order they're in. For the sake of argument, I train on this: energy, excitement, enthusiasm, engagement. If you're not where you want to be at in a specific area of your life, health, wealth, relationship, attitude, spirituality, happiness, companionship, friendship, whatever it might be, if you're just not where you want to be at, if you're deficient, if you're lacking in a certain area, and you're thinking to yourself, I could be, do, and have more, you need to apply this. In the center of the page, I want you to write down whatever it is that you're focusing on that you want more of. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you want more of. The abundance, money, a healthy body, a passionate relationship, a relationship, communication with your kids. It's a tough one. All around, just whatever it is, put it in there. And then we're going to apply the 4 E's. It's super simple. So now that you have this sheet of paper, this is, by the way, this is in preparation for setting a goal too, by the way, which goes back to another part of the blueprint. This would be step 4 of the blueprint. So where you're at with these E's is energy, excitement, enthusiasm, engagement. Energy. Where do you want to be at in your life? Do you want to be at a level 1 or a level 10? A level 10 is where you're basically living life to the fullest. You are squeezing that orange and getting all the juice out of life that you possibly can, and you're savoring every drop of that nectar. You are living life. There's 1, 0, you're barely existing. You're too tired to even have any fun. You're too tired to even turn on Netflix. You're just existing, expanding. Yeah, nah. You're just that. Okay? That's the 4 E's. That's the first E. You're at level E at that point. So the second point is going to be, you're going to go over to enthusiasm. And with enthusiasm, you have something very specific with enthusiasm. It's going to be spirit within God-like. What do you need in order to be that person that's going to attract or draw in all of the necessary resources, all of the necessary people, the situations? What do you need in your life in order for you to have that spirit within God-like, so you can create what you're looking for? Enthusiasm is, you cannot fake it till you make it. You can't have enthusiasm and fake it. You have to be genuine. You have to be a sincere person. The best way to get enthusiasm is just do the right thing. And if you don't do the right thing, let's say you make a misstep or you take a shortcut, well, stop, reevaluate, go to step 1 of the blueprint, aware, identify, then just do the next right thing after you've done the wrong thing. And don't worry, after a couple of doing the right things, the next right thing will come. You will now begin to have enthusiasm in your life. It's important that you understand that it takes discipline. It takes massive discipline to create genuine enthusiasm. That flame will never go out when you do the right thing, okay? So you got energy, you got excitement, you got enthusiasm. I might have messed up there. While I'm driving, because I'm driving, as I told you, this car was going about 100 miles an hour, 2 girls driving up, and I thought they were going to hit me, so I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. Enthusiasm, energy. What do you need to do in order to create the energy levels that you need? Let me get back on track. All right. So we got energy on 0 to 1. Where do you want your energy level to be at? We got enthusiasm. All right. Then we got engagement, and we got to have excitement in there. So when I talk about excitement, what you're going to need with excitement is you're going to have to find genuine pleasure in something. The best way to do that, do something good for someone and don't get caught. No kidding. Do something that you can do for somebody and you're not going to get caught. In my men's group, that was one of the things we had to do. We'd meet every 2 weeks on a Tuesday. We'd spend an hour reading the Bible, and then we'd spend another hour going over where we're at in the life of where we're at. And it was a great program. I was part of that men's group for a couple of years. Phenomenal, actually. So my suggestion is just go find your way to do something for somebody. Just don't get caught and keep doing it. Keep doing good for other people and don't get caught. Then you'll start to understand how that works out when it comes to being excited, to have that energy level where you're genuinely happy. You have this energy and enthusiasm that are synergistic, and this excitement just to be a part of society. It helps in so many areas. And when you just do that alone, those 3 things, you're going to start to draw in more and more of the right people, the places, the things in life that you need. It happens to me every single day. Coincidental things just show up. You can call it manifesting, whatever you want to do, but it just starts showing up. And when you unlock the keys to this, it's pretty amazing at the opportunities that show up. I mean, come on, I'm an ex-drug addict, alcoholic, been on the straight and narrow for going on 14 years now, and I work with a bunch of people I love. I have a great family that surrounds me. I'm blessed to be healthy. I'm happy, and from where I was at to where I'm at now, I just can't believe all the great things that are coming my way. And I'm so absolutely grateful for it. And you got to throw that in there too. You got to have a lot of gratitude, because I am every day. I cannot believe some of the blessings that have recently come in my life with this podcast, with business, with my family, with just the whole big picture of where life is at. And I want the same for you. So having this level of energy, excitement, and enthusiasm is wonderful for what's going to happen and what's going to come your way. And I could talk with you more in depth on how to do that specifically to your situation. But you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone and start engaging. You're going to have to go up to that person at the party and talk to them. You're going to have to reach out and make that phone call that you didn't want to make. You're going to have to stop procrastination immediately and realizing the universe and God are telling you to do something right now. And do it, and don't worry, because the next right thing is going to happen because you took action. And whatever you put in the middle of that sheet of paper, when you get to that point, you're going to start to see that blow up. You're going to start to see that actually come to fruition. Whatever it is you're hoping for is going to be right in the middle of that paper, and it's surrounded by the 4 E's, and you don't have any competition. You know, if you want something bad enough, apply a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of engagement to it. What will end up happening is your hopes, your dreams, and your ambitions are going to start to become real, and you're going to start to live in accomplishment. It becomes a wonderful place to be, and I really do truly want that for you. And I know that you can get it when you apply the principles, because it's happened to me and it's happened to other people. But Dan, how do I start? Do what I did. Find a place where you can get physically active and start moving for a minute. Motion creates emotion. Go for a walk around your house. Go for a walk up the stairs. Go do whatever it is that you need to do. Go run around your neighborhood. Do what I did. Go run in place in your dark basement until I was completely exhausted and I couldn't do it anymore. And I broke down in tears and realized, man, this is not the life that I want at my age. I am worth so much more than what I'm doing, and I want to be surrounded by so much better people than where I'm at. I just want to make a change, and I don't know what to do, so I worked myself up into a frenzy till I got to a point where I was completely down and out. I mean, I was done. I was completely spent. I grabbed a pencil and paper, and I started to write out my goals, things that I wouldn't stand for anymore. It's a funny thing, about 30 years earlier, Tony Robbins did the same thing when he wrote one of his books, either Awaken the Giant or Unleash the Power Within, or Awaken the Giant. Here I find myself doing the same thing. I get it. I finally got to that point where I had enough. Enough is enough of being me. I want more. I want to do more. I want to have more. I want to be more. And that can be true for you when you apply the 4 E's. Energy, excitement, enthusiasm, engagement. Write it out. Hey, let me know how it worked out for you. I'd love to know that, hey, Dan, I did this. I got my energy level up. I wrote down the 4 E's. I wrote down what was important to me, and I started to work on that the way that you said. And I want the most out of life, Dan, and I want to live at level 10. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. I'm willing to do that. And watch what happens to your life. It's going to be magical, and people are going to want to join you for the ride. But nothing's going to change, folks, until you get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.